Yo, what's up, guys? It's your boy Fizzle the Hizzle back again. Take 3 of this team builder because my recordings kept getting messed up, and this is my 3rd time recording. So sorry if my voice sounds garbage right now. Um, so I this week is week 3 of the DCDL, the Demonetized Competitive Draft League, and this week week 3 we are gonna face Raging Rabambi and the Seattle Mareanies. Now, this was a very tough team to prep for, I'm gonna be honest. So let's go right into what their team looks like. Rabambi has Victini, Gudra, Vaporeon, Decidueye, Mesprit, Alolan Persian, Thundurus, Nidoqueen, Toxic, Croak, Diancie, and Mega Mawile. Now, what I wanted to focus on in this team builder is ways to counter the combination of Thundurus and Mega Mawile. Those are easily the biggest threats on my team right now, and they were very hard to prep for. Now, before I go to my team builder, I made 2 free agent transactions here, in Celebi and Scrafty, and I dropped Drapion for Scrafty and Shaman for Celebi. Now, these were good moves in my opinion, so let's talk about Scrafty first. Drapion, I really wasn't happy with it. It was so hard to bring it in team building. I didn't see an opening for it at all. With its very average 90 attack stat, I really wanted more offensive pressure, and Scrafty provides me with that. And before you go, Ben, Fizzle, Scrafty has the same attack stat as Drapion. You would be right, Scrafty does indeed have 90 base attack, but it gets access to Dragon Dance, one of the best moves in the game, which boosts its attack and speed, which makes it very viable and can hit hard, especially with those stab options of Crunch and High Jump Kick, usually what its stab options are. Now, it also has another ability, Moxie, which is very good. So, let's say I set up that Dragon Dance and I kill something, +1 attack every single time. It's like a beast boost, basically. It's so good. I was really happy to Scrafty, especially with that Intimidate ability as well. It gives me another option as a defensive core. And speaking of defensive core, Scrafty actually has very good defenses, 115 in both defense and special defense. It's a very good mod, very good. And it can live a lot of hits and hit back very hard. Now let's talk about Celebi. This covers a fighting weakness that I have on my team. Because, excuse me, I'm sorry. Celebi covers a fighting weakness, or not a weakness, a fighting vulnerability that I have on my team, especially the one that I made with Scrafty. With its psychic typing, I can eat a lot of fighting type moves, and what Celebi brings me is, it brings me Stealth Rocks, which is crazy, right? Fizzle getting hazards on his team, that's crazy. Because the only other Stealth Rocker I have is the boy Armaldo, which is a legend, by the way. All the analysts in our league say that it's garbage. I love Armaldo. Don't listen to the haters, kids. Celebi brings me that Stealth Rock option that I need. It brings me very good speed control in Trick Room and Thunder Wave, which I love. My whole team is basically based around speed control. I have a lot of Tailwind, Trick Room, and Thunder Wave options on my team, which I love. Speed control is very important, in my opinion. And it gives me a pivot option with U-turn. And the only other pivot option that I have is Alolan Raichu and its Volt Switch. So having another one definitely makes it better. So let's talk about our team. Our first one is our newbie, the man, the legend, Scrafty, aka Pantalizard. He is very good and very important to my team. This Crafty is my dedicated lead option, because if he leads Mesprit to set up Stealth Rocks or U-turn or whatever, which is usually the standard lead, Crafty can set up on it all day, which is fantastic. Set up a Dragon Dance in its face all day and hit it with a big Crunch with a very good stab option, especially with that Life Orb option, which boosts its attack by a lot. And with it, I made its Eevee so that it outspeeds Modest Max Speed Thundurus. Now, unfortunately, there is no way that Scrafty at +1 can outspeed Timid Max Speed Thundurus. There's just no way. So I might as well go with the more speedy option when I set up the Dragon Dance, which also outspeeds Victini Max Speed. So that's very good. I really enjoy that about Scrafty. And that Stone Edge is for that Thundurus in case he wants to go Modest, which might happen. Or he might go Timid and just destroy me. And this Crunch Stone Edge High Jump Kick hits most things on its team, except for Nidoqueen, which I'm not too terrified about, to be honest with you. And this just lets me sweep. It's my dedicated lead option. If I get +2 Dragon Dances in the first few turns of the game, it's going to be very good to take it down. This can also take 1 Thunderbolt from Thundurus, because I even it according to my calculations. Our next Pokemon is Zirconis, a Zygarde, our beautiful Zygarde. The beautiful thing about Zygarde, you can run almost the same set every week, and there would be no backfire. Extreme Speed, 1000 Arrows, Outrage, and Stone Edge. My favorite thing about singles battles is having priority. Priority is one of my favorite ways to play. Extreme Speed being a very powerful 80 base attack and +3 priority, so it outspeeds Quick Attack, Bullet Punch, Aqua Jet, and Sucker Punch, which is very good in my opinion. 1000 Arrows, it does not quite one-shot Thundurus, but it brings it very low, and that's why I have Extreme Speed to get rid of that, because it does 40% to basic Thundurus or standard Thundurus. Outrage, it destroys the Goodra easily, no problem about it. Stone Edge is for that Thundurus, just in case I don't want to go 1000 Arrows. And Stone Edge is just there for that option. Life Orb gives it a lot of damage. Now my Eevee spread, I'm giving it max speed and max attack. I'm not making the same mistake as I did in week 1, where I managed to Eevee the Scarf Cryogonal wrong. So that was my fault. I'm learning from my mistakes. Of course, I am new to this format, so I'm just giving it max speed as possible, as much speed as possible to outspeed things. And the best thing about this, it lets me live 1 HP Ice from Thundurus easily. Well, not easily. It lets me live 1 HP Ice from Thundurus. And this lets me 1000 Arrows and then Extreme Speed using that combo. And this is my switch into Thundurus most of the time. If I bring Thundurus low enough, I can just Extreme Speed out of the bat. And it's just very good. This is my Thundurus option. Thundurus counter, excuse me. And this is also a kind of pseudo Victini option, too. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I recorded 3 of these. My voice is destroyed. This is my Victini option. 1 V-Crate does nothing to me. It does 55. And V-Crate, if you didn't know, it lowers its defense, special defense, and speed. Very good. This lets me outspeed it. It lets me destroy it with 1000 Arrows or whatever I feel like it. And that Life Orb definitely backs me up on it. So that's why I'm saying Victini is not a threat, excuse me, at all. And this does a lot of work in this matchup, believe me. Now, our next Pokemon, it's very weird. Megalopunny. Our moveset is very weird. Return, High Jump Kick, standard stab options here. Healing Wish and Fake Out. Now, before I get into why I chose Healing Wish primarily, is because, let's say I have a Mega Mawile out against me. Fire Punch does less than High Jump Kick, so I might as well have High Jump Kick instead of Fire Punch. Goodra, if I have Ice Punch, Return and High Jump Kick do the same or more. And again, with that Vaporeon, the similar thing happens with Thunder Punch. High Jump Kick and Return does more anyway, so I didn't need those coverage options. The reason I used Ice Punch in the past, is because I had 4 times weak Mons, because there was a Salamence and a Garchomp in the past week, so that's why I had Ice Punch. And Fake Out, I realize that you can never have too much priority. I love priority, like I said before. Fake Out, it gives me that option. It does 20% to Thundurus if I did my calcs right. And Return just destroys it. Healing Wish is an interesting option, because Dry Baton Pass was an option, which is very good. I love Dry Baton Pass. Encore or Heal Bow. And I didn't really like any of them, to be honest with you. I was really thinking about Dry Baton Pass. I might actually do that. Yeah, let's do that actually. Yeah, let's do Dry Baton Pass. Dry Baton Pass allows you to get momentum. It's basically a U-turn or a Volt Switch without any damage, which I love. It makes you predict even better. Healing Wish is nice, but I like Dry Baton Pass in my opinion. Now, I know what I said before about just giving it max speed, but this set generally outspeeds everything on the team, and I needed the special defense to live 1 Thunderbolt from Thundy. The Thundy, and then I can Fake Out and Return all I want to it. And that's basically my Megalopunny. It's very good. It still doesn't have a kill this season, which I really want to get this week. Our next Pokemon is Crimson. Crimson, this is our dedicated Victini switch-in, other than this Crafty. We have the Intimidate ability with Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz, Will-O-Wisp, and Morning Sun. Morning Sun is a very good recovery option. I love it. Will-O-Wisp is just to cripple the Mega Mawile. Now, this isn't my switch-in to Mega Mawile, but it can be a switch-in. That's why I have Will-O-Wisp on it. Unfortunately, it does not do anything to Victini since it is a Fire type. Flare Blitz just destroys, what's its face? Decidueye and Toxicroak. And Toxicroak, and I don't see it coming. Toxicroak, Decidueye. I really don't see it coming, so Flare Blitz is just a very good stab option. More priority in Extreme Speed, very good. I love Extreme Speed, like I said before. And I'll talk about my EVs. The speed is just to outspeed the Toxicroak and just give me some very solid speed option. Now, again, I don't see Toxicroak coming to this matchup. It's not very good, especially since I do have a Celesteela on my team. And I just don't see it coming, so it's always good to have nice speed anyway. And I believe that Flare Blitz is a very good option. Extreme Speed again, just in case I don't knock something out. And the Flare Blitz also does one-shot Mega Mawile. And Leftovers is a very good option for more recovery. Now, our next Pokemon is our dedicated counter to Mega Mawile, our Kofagrigus. Complete max HP and max defense tank with a little bit of special attack, because why not? Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, and Memento. The best thing about Kofagrigus, you can run the same set every single week, and nothing hinders you. Pain Split, Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, Memento. This is the set I was thinking of bringing every single week because it's just so good and so viable. It's just so good to rely on. Pain Split, it's there because of Kofagrigus' unfortunate recovery or lack thereof. Pain Split and Leftovers are its only recovery usually, or Pinch Berry or 50% Berry like Aguav. Will-O-Wisp is just to destroy that Mega Mawile. It just cripples it. It can't do anything else unless it has Heal Ball on the team. Shadow Ball just does general damage. There's a 50% chance to do 50% to Victini using Shadow Ball, if I did my calcs right. And it's just a good stab option with that respectable 95 special attack. Memento is just to get momentum, getting momentum with Memento. Let's say I'm stuck on Thundy. I just Memento, and I can go into my Pants Lizard, which then the Thundurus does nothing to me. Actually, Nasty Plot Thundurus is a very big problem, but with all the priority that I have on my team, I don't see any problem, to be honest with you. Thundurus is a very big problem to my team, and I made the nature Relax Nature because there are some definite Trick Room threats on the team, like Mega Mawile. It rips through Trick Room, and there are Mesprit and Victini can set Trick Room for it, so I might as well take advantage of that and have a counter for it. And Mummy, that's the only reason I have it as my Mega Mawile counter, because let's say I get hit with a Play Rough or something. It gets Mummy instead of Huge Power. So that's just wonderful. And I can switch into my Crimson if I wanted to. Go an aggressive switch, or not my Pants Lizard because it dies to Fairy type moves. And this is just my other switch in to Victini if I wanted to, but it does not take a V-Crate as well. As I wanted to, is as 55% if I did my calcs correctly once again. And unfortunately, I do not take a +2 knockoff if it Swords Dances. Knockoff does not one-hit KO, does 65% to me. If I did the calculations right again. These are just off of the top of my head. Because I made this team last night at like 3 in the morning. I'm very tired. I need a nap. And this is just from memory. Now, my last team member is Trixie Alolan Raichu. I love Alolan Raichu. I don't care what the analysts say. They're a little irritated that I made Alolan Raichu my Z-move user, but I'm okay with that because it's such a good mod to have a Z-move on. With Thunderbolt and Psychic, Z Thunderbolt and Z Psychic, not a lot of things can take it. In this case, let's say Nidoqueen switches into my Alolan Raichu Z, my Stoked Spark Surfer, which is the same power as a regular Z Thunderbolt. The Nidoqueen can switch in and take the Thunderbolt. Oh, I took the Thunderbolt. No, you get destroyed by Psychic. I'm sorry. That Nasty Plot is there just for general shenanigans. That Nuzzle is there instead of Thunder Wave because, as you may know, Thunder Wave got a nerf in this gen, to 90% accuracy. And Nuzzle is better in my opinion because it's 100 accuracy, and it does go through Taunt as it is an attacking move. So I don't need to worry about Taunt anymore. Now the Eevee spread at max speed, max special attack, some HP. Very standard stuff, guys. I see a Alolan Raichu ripping through the Vaporeon as it does one shot, and obviously one shot's the Toxic Croak. I need to double check my calcs on Nidoqueen, but I don't see Nidoqueen doing a lot in this match, so I don't think he'll bring it. But it's good to make sure that Nasty Plot is there just for general shenanigans. I didn't see any move else that I really needed on my team. And this is it for the team builder, guys. I'll link Raging Rabumbi's YouTube and Twitter if he has one down in the description below. And I hope you guys enjoy our battle, week 3 against the Raging Rabumbis. Peace.